Adelaide, hi there.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's nice having you home.
Well, it's marvelous to be home, you know. How did you make out while I was gone, darling?
Oh, splendidly.
I'm sure you did.
I kept the apartment very, very clean.
Well, I noticed that it looked pretty good, except for all the little bits of paper on the floor from your art projects.
Well, that is sort of an occupational hazard.
I suppose.
Did you notice how fresh and crisp the bed was?
Yes.
Yeah, good. I'm glad of that.
You slept on top of it instead of using the sheets? No, you made new sheets for us. You put new sheets on. I know you.
I put new sheets on the day after you left because they'd been a week, and I just sort of camped out on top of the bed.
You put new sheets on. I know you did. You did it yourself. I could tell by the way the bed was made. It's easier to make it with one than with two, isn't it?
Well, I
no,
kept
not
thinking.
Really. Easier to make it with two.
I kept thinking that if we had the tent, I could have pitched the tent on the bed, and I could have lived out of the tent, and then the apartment would have been really nice and tidy.
Why do you think the bed made the apartment messy? I don't.
No. But if I had the tent, I could have cooked in the tent.
No. You can't cook on the bed.
No,
you cannot cook on the bed. I'm sorry, you cannot cook on the bed.
Gee.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous?
Dangerous to cook on the bed. You cook in the kitchen.
Oh.
That's where the kitchen is equipped for cooking. And
then you have to clean in the kitchen.
Well, you did a pretty good job. You did a pretty good job. And I know that friend of ours was going to come in and do it, but got the flu, so she couldn't do it. And that was all right, because I cleaned it a bit when I got home. And I didn't mind, because cleaning is one of the things that helps me kind of get back here and feel like I'm useful and helpful and all those good things.
You could do that for other people, and we'd pick up some vacation money.
That's all right.
You don't want to
No, I don't have to do it for other people.
You don't want to
Other people can do their own cleaning, or they can hire somebody that's not me.
You know, and it's
I remember
throwing
many
itself
times
away.
mending, and I've always found it an enjoyable occupation. Makes me feel useful and helpful.
But I survived nicely. I read several paperbacks.
You always survive nicely.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do.
I ate out, and
people took you places, and that was very nice of them too.
And I regaled them with humorous chuckles. And
you are an entertaining humorist, after all.
And you had fun without me.
Oh, I didn't have fun without you. I had fun in Italy. Well, maybe I had fun without you. I don't know. I had
fun without you.
I did get to not cook, and I didn't have to do any housework, and I didn't have to drive. I didn't have to shop, you know, for food and things. I didn't have to do any washing. Well, I washed out my underwear, but aside from that, I had nothing, absolutely nothing of my normal life with you, and it was kind of a good vacation in that sense.
Good.
But I missed you very much.
I missed you too, especially at mealtime.
I'm sure you did.
Yes.
And with having somebody to cuddle with in bed.
That's always helpful, but
yes.
I don't know if we can talk about that.
Why not?
Well, it's a family station, and people don't do that anymore in Grafton.
Oh? Oh, dear.
As a matter of fact, now that you mention it, we received a letter from a fan. Now that we're on Facebook and YouTube, Domestic Tranquility is spreading its wings, so to speak,
yes.
and it's sort of reaching out where no show has ever gone before.
Right.
And a lovely woman named Lisa in California wrote and had some very pinpointed questions that she wanted to ask us about S.E.X. I hesitate to mention the word on the air. And the letter that Lisa sent very pointedly said people aren't enjoying it anymore and aren't doing it anymore. And I was surprised at that.
Oh, dear. I disagree. I don't see how that's possible. The population keeps increasing, so something is going on.
Well, I think you have
it's not all, you know.
You have a dividing line at 50. And prior to 50, birds do it, geese do it, funny little men who sell antiques do it, let's do it. After 50, it becomes a lot more optional in our society today.
Oh, dear.
And then people try to reach out beyond themselves. I didn't reach out beyond myself while you were gone. I read several books, and I had really a fine time. I chatted with people all over the world on the computer,
Yeah.
which is a good thing. It's like having your own corner bar right there.
I mean, I get people sending me IMs all the time, and they say something like, "You look good. I'd like to get to know you," you know, and I don't. Of course, I don't answer them because I don't care to discuss those things with
No one
somebody.
ever says that to me.
Oh, you don't get IMs like that?
No, not like that. I
well.
get things from Nigeria asking me to invest in Ponzi schemes.
And every now and again, I get something that says something about enlarge your penis, which of course is no good to me, or make your sex life more exciting. So something is going on, or they wouldn't be sending out those little ads to entice you to and then Viagra, which I don't buy, but I mean really, a lot of it seems to be aimed at men rather than women, which I think is, I suppose, the way it is. That men think about sex more than women do. That I do know.
No, I
Yes.
disagree
Yes, they
heartily.
do. Yes,
Not
they do.
anymore. Not since the Feminine Mystique, not since Betty Friedan,
I don't know.
not since Ms. Magazine, not
Not
since
judging
feminism.
from the ads I get.
I think men are more reluctant than they've ever been.
Reluctant to what?
Have sex.
Why?
They'd rather watch the NFL of a Sunday afternoon.
Oh dear.
They'd rather go to Fenway and see the Red Sox.
They would?
Yeah.
But that costs an awful lot of
And
money.
it's getting terrible press. I got something in the mail, an email that was really scary, that said if I engaged in sex, I could die.
What? Oh, dear.
Yeah, really.
What is that about?
It's about sudden exertion of the body.
You mean heart attacks?
Yes, have a heart attack.
Ah, I always thought that sex was good for the heart.
Well, Frank Harris died that way. He was with Nellie. Nellie was his longtime, I don't know if they ever married or not, but she traveled with him the last 10, 20 years of his life. And they were engaged in, I never can come up with those Latin phrases that make me seem scholarly.
Coitus?
No, it wasn't that. It was Organus Interruptus, Hic Haec Hoc, and you too, something along that line. They were engaged in it, and he fell over dead. And ever since
Well, you
that
could
time,
say he
sex
died
has gotten
happy, I
a bad
guess.
rap. He died very happy. And
Well, you have a good, strong heart, and I wouldn't worry about anything
well, I'm
along
not
those
worried
lines.
about that at all. But when one is alone at home, one tends to go into deep thinking.
Deep thinking.
Deep thinking, yeah. And I think it's good for men to think deeply.
It is?
Yes, it rejuvenates them in many ways. And men need to be rejuvenated.
What deep thoughts did you have?
Oh, they were profound at the time.
Yes.
They were really, really profound.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
that's why I wore my clothes into the shower to wash them off. That was part of the multitasking.
What were your profound thoughts on that?
Well, one of them was, why spend the extra money doing laundry when we can just go into the shower?
Well, we had to spend extra money doing laundry when I got home.
Well, that was your stuff.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
There were other things.
Well, I wasn't sure
There were
that
trousers.
I
and
could wash my
T-shirts.
jeans that way. No, I washed my T-shirts.
No,
in
no,
the
you
shower.
didn't. I had a lot of T-shirts in the laundry when I got home.
Those must have been what my house guests were wearing.
What? Ah, you didn't have any house guests.
Yeah.
No, you
Well,
didn't.
just check with the neighbors before you you say that. We had a big open house on Saturday night. It was really good. That bottle of Mr. Boston vodka got really diminished,
I don't
as
think
you could
so.
tell. It's,
I think this is an April Fool joke.
no.
Yes, it is.
Not at all. And we had a wonderful time, and we discussed lurid subjects that I can't even mention over the air.
I don't believe you. I'm sorry.
Well,
It's okay, though. I like it when you tease me.
I'm not teasing you.
I don't mind when you tease me.
My goodness. Here we have a typical older Grafton couple struggling for survival in this age, looking to be modern,
Modern?
Modern.
Modern.
Yes, modern.
What constitutes modernity here?
Well, being able to multitask on a computer and chat on Facebook while at the same time talking to someone else on AOL, but at the same time writing a column, you know, all going on at the same time.
That's modernity.
Well, that's part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And getting into the new fashion for these days.
And what is the new fashion?
Women dress like men and men dress like women.
Well, women have dressed in trousers for a long time, but men don't normally wear skirts. Unless they're wearing a kilt or something. Of course, that's normal.
There were some
if
clips.
you're Scottish.
There were some clips from a fashion show. This is the truth. I saw these clips. I never really watched that stuff on the computer. You know, I get all of these emails. And I was sitting there and I was thinking, let's check this out. And these guys were wearing dresses. And
dresses?
Yeah. And
they must have looked odd.
No, they looked Teutonic, actually. They looked like Roman gladiators, sort of updated a little bit. And it was kind of quaint, you know, in an odd way. And they were expensive.
Oh, well, yeah.
You know, these little
That's because
lacy,
nobody's going
frothy leather trim thing that, you know, came from the royal house of someone or other, and I don't really want to promote it, in London. And you saw these guys, and it's the new trend is for men to dress as women used to, and for women to dress like guys. So when we go shopping, we just go to different departments now. And I look at the clearance in Marshall for the women's stuff, you look at the men's stuff.
But it won't fit me.
It might.
No, it
can't.
won't.
Well, look at the
because I am
adolescent
not
stuff.
built like the average man.
I'd be glad about that.
Yeah,
if I were
really.
you.
For one thing, the arms are a lot longer. I mean.
Oh, you can pin them
No.
up. You sew. You can do little little things like that.
No, listen. There was a time, and it wasn't. It was a while back when they didn't make nice jeans for women in my sizes, and I used to wear men's jeans.
See, right there.
But I stopped wearing them when they started making nice jeans in my size with, you know, a comfortable waistline.
More too.
I don't know.
I think women pay more for stuff than men.
Well, not shoes.
Not shoes?
I don't think so.
No.
Men's shoes are way more expensive.
They've become that, but they never used to be. Anyway, it was nice, and they kept hinting at spring, and then I'd say, well, gee, I'm going out for a walk today, and the next thing you know, we had snow.
Did you?
Falling out of the sky rapidly.
Well, you get a little bit of that, but it melted right away. I mean, it didn't stay around.
But I find that when I'm not with you, I'm infinitely more social and inventive.
Inventive?
Inventive, yes.
Why?
I have more time. And
you have more time?
More time on my hands, yes. Time on my hands. What do I do with it? Time on my hands. I need to wash them. Time, you know, really. And I didn't tell you that I'm taking crooning lessons.
What?
I'm going to become, it's my new occupation.
Pruning?
Crooning, not pruning.
Crooning. Oh, crooning.
Crooning, not pruning. No. Crooning. It's a difference.
You're taking crooning.
Yes. And you sing, and I could sing along with you. People would throw money at us to stop. And it would be good. You know.
Shall we take up our station on the corner by Dunkin' Donuts and sing for the populace? We'll hold out a hat. And
I thought it might be better.
And the people driving by you know, Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, there's. By the way,
thousands of cars.
By the way, you said you were going to have something at Dunkin' Donuts. Did you have?
Yes, I had iced tea.
Did you eat at Dunkin' Donuts?
I had iced tea.
Yeah.
I walked in and I flew home. And it was really
What about
good.
the food? Didn't you have any food there?
I had a couple of cheese foldovers.
Were they tasty?
They were addictive.